Renegade 1. Welcome to the Silent Mutiny. Using diet to control politics. You might feel helpless with the billionaire fascists controlling the House of Representatives, the Senate, the White House, and the corrupt Supreme Court. I do feel quite anxious about it. I'm here to tell you, though, you are not helpless. You are not alone. There are millions of us who want to stop the oligarchy from stealing our country from us and stop fascists and their injustices. They are doing their best to paralyze us with fear, but know that we are legion and we are strong. And action cures fear. Action cures fear. Some are working through the courts, others are writing letters and calling their representatives, and still others are taking to the streets. Brave souls getting themselves arrested. But many of us are busy with school and jobs and families, and some older people like me who can't get out in the streets like they do. Where in the world can we find time to do something? Well, I am here to tell you that you can resist the fascist oligarchy takeover while you are going about your days quite normally. There are ways. So this is resist number 1A. Become a renegade today. Today's topic is how to use your daily diet to force change. Now stay with me to the end. Do you know what percent of the food industry in rural Americans support the Christian nationalism and oligarchy-run American fascism? What percent of them do that? 65 to 70%. Now, one way to cut their influence is to cut meat out of your diet. Did you know that most people consume in America 224 pounds of meat per year? Back in 2020, it cost about $4 a pound. That's about $3 a day, and $900 per year. 6% of the people in the United States are vegetarian. That's 20 million people. They alone cost the meat industry $18 billion a year. No wonder people don't like those liberals. If an additional 10%, hoping you will be one of those, of the population of America decided to become vegetarian, it would cost the meat industry more than $218 million a day, about $4 billion a month, almost $12 billion a quarter, and around $50 billion per year. This huge loss is big enough to cause disruptions throughout the entire supply chain, affecting the farmers, the food suppliers, the processors, the distributors, and the retail outlets, especially in those fascist supporting areas of the country. It goes like this. We are legion. We just want to let everyone know that as long as they support fascism, they will suffer the consequences. The year they vote out fascists and vote in progressives, that will be the year that we start to eat meat again. Let's not eat meat until Citizens United is overturned, until big money is taken out of politics, and the rich are taxed at post-World War II rates. And believe me, they go up high. The GOP receives donations not only from the meat industry, but also from companies in traditional agricultural sectors like corn, wheat, and sugar. We can reduce the money they make. Remember, they're donors. We can reduce the money they make by cutting their commodities out of our diet. Let's see. People generally spend $3 to $3.50 a day, or $99 a month, on carbs and sugars. That is, if they're not addicted to them. If 16% of the population stopped this, the food industry would lose $1.58 billion per month, or $19 billion per year. And this loss would lead to economic strain, job losses, and market disruptions, putting immense pressure on the fascist and the Christian nationalist areas of the country. Again, it goes like this. We are Legion, and this is what we want you to know. As long as you support fascism, you will suffer the consequences. The year they vote out fascists and vote in progressives will be the year that we start eating our bread, noodles, French fries, and desserts again. We will continue until Citizens United is overturned, big money is taken out of politics, and the rich are taxed at post-World War II rates. Now, think about not eating meats or carbs. If 16% of the population cuts both meats and carbs from their diets, the food industry would lose $200 million a day, $6 billion a month, $12 billion a quarter, and $67 billion a year, leading to severe economic strain. So, as long as they support fascism, they will suffer the consequences. The year they vote out fascists and vote in progressives will be the year that we will go back to eating our meat and potatoes. We will continue until Citizens United is overturned, big money is taken out of politics, and the rich are taxed at post-World War II rates. Now, I know some of you are used to your diets. You grew up one way, and it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks. So if you find it too difficult or impractical for you to eat a low-carb vegan diet every day, then choose 2 days a week to do it. Even 2 days a week would cost the industry, $12 a week, or $665 a year. If 10% of the population did this, then it would cost the industry $22 billion, $610 million. Adds up those 2 days, doesn't it? Now, let me add, by cutting meats and carbs from your diet, you are also improving your health and increasing your lifespan. By avoiding medical costs, and you're extending the number of years you get your retirement payouts, your entitlements. That would just piss them off, right? If you don't want to bother thinking about what to eat, then just fast 1 day a week. Go 1 day without eating anything at all. Just drink water. The average person eats about $5,000 a year, or $13 a day. If 34,400,000 people, that's 10% of the U.S. population, fasted 1 day, that would cost the food industry $447,200,000. If those 34 million fasted once a week for a year, it would cost the food industry $23,254,400,000. Ouch. So there you have it. You can cut fascists down by cutting out meat, by cutting out carbs, or by cutting out both. Every day or just a couple of days a week. You can also do it going 1 day a week without any food at all. Whatever diet you choose, the trick is to do it routinely and share your experience with like-minded friends. Get your groups together to do it. I tell you, the effect of street protests and court events, they come and they go quickly. But this mutiny, our low-carb vegan mutiny here, is a passive-aggressive resistance. And it's ongoing, and it will be relentless. If Trump and MAGA can wage their trade wars with other countries, progressive Americans can wage their own trade war with the fascists. There's nothing illegal about it. We have no treaty with the fascists. There are many ways to burn something down without lighting a match. This is my first post on how to resist fascism, the oligarchy takeover at the personal level on a daily basis. Please, if you value your freedom in democracy and want to do something to stop this scourge that is America is facing, please repost it. Share it with people you know. Like it. Make this thing go viral. It's time to unite. Remember, we do not want to stop until those politicians are out, until Citizens United is overturned, and the rich are taxed at post-World War II levels. Namaste. Thank you.